How would you describe the politics of Delta State that has seen the People's Democratic Party remain in charge of its politics and leadership? What has PDP done right in Delta State that has made it stay afloat?
You must also understand that Delta is not a one-city state. Unlike other states where you have a major city and then you have some smaller villages around it. You have several cities that qualify to become the capital of Delta State. And when you have a state that has that kind of clout, the developments, you might not see them coming rapidly. They may be coming in drips and drabs, but they're going around. And that's what PDP, I think, has done. PDP has transformed Delta Central. In those days, when you go to Ogara, you may see it as a small town. Ogara is qualified to be called the capital of Delta State. If you go to Ogele, you may think it's also a small town or an upcoming town that will qualify to become a state capital. Go to Agbo, go to Saple, go to Warri, which is supposed to be the commercial hub of our state. So many things have been done there. Asaba used to be a one city or a one road city, which is Nebisi Road. Today is one of the fastest growing cities in the country. All these are developments and improvements done under the PDP administrations of Delta State. Now, if you get such rapid development spreading around our state, irrespective of our topography, we used to have a lot of flooding in Asaba. The storm drain project took that away. Today, when it rains, you may not even realize that the water is going on the ground and going away. All of that projects done by PDP. We've done very well. And if that is how our nation has been developing, just as we've been developing Delta State, you can say that we are a one-party state. PDP has been formidable, we've been faithful, we've kept in touch with the yearnings and demands of our citizens, and we intend to keep it that way. Bring down democracy, the dividends of democracy, to the doorsteps of our citizens. And we're not saying it's been rosy all the way. One mistake or the other here, the ability for one to learn from their mistakes and move forward makes us who we are. And that's why PDP has been thriving in Delta. Like I said, for us in PDP, we intend to keep it that way.
In the last general elections 2023, bookmakers expected the PDP Delta State to have gone into receivership on the back of the flop at the national elections that gave a different coloration in outcome. But the PDP in Delta State did show resilience and tact, came back strong and reestablished itself. What went into making that happen?
Past records, this past antecedents, and people now say that we can't start all over again. We have a system that works. And if it's not broken, don't fix it. If we have a system that has been working for us, one wave or one effect, there will be effect, just comes in and try to sweep everything away. People sat down and said, hey, what's happening here? Sit back, relax, have a rethink, and do the right thing. And they did the right thing. And the right thing gave PDP the state and other offices around the various constituencies. So I just thought it's a matter of the people doing what is right for the people, by the people, and those benefit with the people. And that's why PDP says power to the people. When you do the right thing, you keep power and people have those benefits at their doorsteps. So they just did the right thing.
Regardless, what will be your charge to the PDP family, the PDP community in Delta State? Some had expected that the People's Democratic Party will upstage the ruling APC federal government. That didn't happen. Undeniably, there could be pressure.
Well, newsflash, we have a stable government in Delta State. Now replicate that at the center. If we had PDP at the center, at the federal, we would have had that stability nationwide. Now, what we used to buy for 300 naira per liter or 200 naira per liter, we are buying now for almost 700 naira per liter. Maybe I didn't mention to you that I was immediate past commissioner for oil and gas and chairman of the Petroleum Monitoring Task Force in the state. I saw fuel price jumped from 189 naira per litre to 500 naira per litre within a short space of time when APC took over. And that wasn't pleasant at all. They promised us everything. They promised us heaven and earth and everything. And they cancelled it on arrival. So it tells you that PDP is the only party that you can trust. What you have in states like Delta and other states being managed by PDP, if replicated in the center, will give you some stability and will bring you back to the good old days of Obasanjo, Jonathan, where the government will mean what they say and say what they mean, and you can bring some confidence into the commercial sector. As you know, our nation is private sector driven, and once you have that confidence in the private sector, the business environment will thrive. And now the flip-flops of the party at the center is what is making all our efforts go south, and that we don't want. So in future, I'm sure our citizens will be wiser, and when an opportunity comes again, they will look at the candidates properly, look at the parties properly, and do the right thing. This is gone. We've been through all the court processes, and as a law-abiding party, the Supreme Court being the apex decision-making body in terms of judiciary, have spoken. And we will abide by it. We'll go back home, dust ourselves, and start again. Like everybody does, do a proper SWOT analysis on what has happened, your weakness, your opportunities, your threats, and look for solutions that will be better for the people. That's my simple advice.
Speaking of the party in particular terms, there is this impression on the minds of many people within your party. The leadership of the party is imperative to ensure that the party continue to flourish, especially in these interesting times. Now, your name is on the lips of so many. How would that come to you if it hasn't already? And what would your reactions to this be?
Okay. First things first, the choice of word you use, impression. I can't correct anybody's impression. I can't change anybody's impression. But my name being mentioned is an honor. It's a mark of honor. It's a mark that somebody is seeing, or somebody has seen what I did in the past as a state vice chairman, as the ad hoc disciplinary committee chairman of the state, and as chairman of so many committees within the party. It shows that somebody saw what I was doing. I'm quite impressed. I'm honored. And with the experience I've had in the oil and gas sector, which I had so much dispute resolutions, marrying the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, together with our local laws and various communal laws to ensure that there's no downtime in the oil and gas sector, resolving dispute. If that will help my party in ensuring that we move forward progressively and win all our future elections, if called upon, it will be an honor for me to serve. And one would say I look forward to it because it's a daunting task, but if that opportunity comes, it will be my pleasure and an honor to serve my party in any capacity, be it chairman or otherwise.
Well, that said, sir, arising from your experiences in management at various calls to assignment, particularly the oil and gas ministry, that is to a large extent interventionist in outlook and with much at play therein. Delta State is perceived as a huge cluster of heavyweight politicians, multicultural and multi-ethnic. Nonetheless, your party has been able to modestly pull all these along. In your encounter, in your experience, how will this come to positively play in the future and evolving PDP?
Okay. You don't have to blow your own trumpet, but sometimes if you have no opportunity, no choice than to say what you can do. Have capacity to speak all Delta major languages, be it Ijaw, Urhobo, Isoko, Ishekiri, and some part of Delta Igbo. And if you have the understanding of all these languages and all their cultures put together, it will automatically tell you the do's and don'ts of the various ethnic groups. And in my senatorial district, where I manage as chairman, we have different ethnic groups over there. You must be a detribalized Deltan to manage these people and put them together. That I have done at senatorial level. I am willing, if possible, if called upon, to put that into play at our state for us to continue to enjoy the peace and harmony that our governor has been working so hard to ensure that Deltas have. If I go beyond this, that will be telling, and that it might amount to campaigning, which it's not time for us to campaign and all that. But I just want to make it very clear to you that there's not time for campaigns, but to answer your questions, it will be an honor for my party to ask me to serve in any capacity. And be rest assured, I will through both my educational and every other experience, be it in the oil and gas sector, be it in the party, be it in my common interpersonal relationship with my people. I'll throw all those skills in to ensure that our party continues with the victories that we've always had.
Let me put this directly, sir, and in a few minutes as you can for want of time. Do you think PDP would have nothing to worry about in Delta State?
In Delta State, if you have nothing to worry about, that may be putting you in a false comfort. You must continue to assess and reassess, continuous appraisal. You can't rest on your ass to say, okay, we are comfortable. No. What have we done before that was right? How do we, or how can we improve on what we have done before? So it's a continuous working process to ensure that we live with the realities of the times and provide standards that can stand the test of every other, in fact, global standard. So to say go and rest, I wouldn't say rest. I would say go and work harder to bring dividends to the doorsteps of our citizens.
Well, immeasurable thanks to you, sir, for giving us this time. Let's do this again soon.
I thank you very much for the opportunity. Well, we'll pray we have time. We'll join you at all times.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you.